Something hunts these mountains, shaped from myth. Formed by the spirit of the mountain man, he lives by the way he hunts. Born of the mountains, blood of the Indian, he survives by Hawken and longbow. He's alone, he's free, he's forged by the elements. Journey with the last of a breed, Sasquatch Mountain Man. The mountain trails led Laramy Sasquatch Miller into the heart of mule deer country, but the dry ground made for tough stalking into Hawken range. It took the new snows to prepare the land for a hunt out on the Great Plains. And several times, Laramy is almost in reach of a good buck. But as they say, you don't learn much when everything goes right. There's another animal waiting for Sasquatch, the one who walks like a man, Brother Bear, who gives hide for warmth and meat, and especially fat for nourishment, vital in all seasons. The plaintive call of the moose echoes out over the glassy lake waters, telling Laramy that where there are moose, there are also bear. Here in the deep woods, the ancient highways have always been on the waters, and as the fog burns away, Laramy has a perfect view of the shore to spot for bear.
When you're trying to hunt bears in country like this, it's so thick, the best way to get around is in a canoe. You can cover so much more country. If you tried to walk through this thick brush, you'd be lucky to cover a mile in 3 hours. I've already covered 5-6 miles this morning.
It's time now for Laramy to put into shore and begin a still hunt for black bear. Some might choose to hunt over bait, but Laramy will meet the bear on its own terms. The tints of autumn are beginning to appear, lighting up the trees like golden candles.
Look right here, you can see some fairly fresh bear tracks. And one kind of rule of thumb when you're looking at a bear track, you see this bear track is probably about 2 inches wide on its pad. That means it's probably about a 2-year-old bear, probably 110 pounds. Definitely not what we're after. Where there's little bears, there's big bears.
And it was the big bears that played a fateful role in the lives of many a mountain man. There's no telling how many mountain men vanished down the maws of the bears. For all the dangers of the trail, the bear was the most feared. It had jaws as powerful as the strongest steel trap, and a single rifle ball was not likely to stop or even slow it. With its raking claws, it could tear the flesh from a man's torso and limbs and crush his ribs with its great weight. Some men sewed back their own scalps and torn ears, or set their own bones. Some even used maggots to clean festering wounds. Many, though, simply died agonizing deaths in the clutches of the bear. As the days grow shorter, the habits of the bear begin to change, as Laramy knows.
If you want to be a good hunter, you have to learn to react and adapt to every different situation. You have to learn to read what signs you're given and react to that if you want to be successful. Every time I go in the woods, I learn something. Right now, these bears, it's late in the year. They're strictly on a vegetarian diet. They're looking for grasses and roots. They have to clog their system up so that they can hibernate. You could set a whole moose carcass out there and they're not going to touch it. So you have to keep that in mind. The only way you can hunt them right now is spotting and stalking. You got to find the most lush places that are still close to cover where a bear might den up. That's where I'm going to have my best shot.
In woods as thick as these, spotting and stalking is about as useful as a parasol is to a pig. When Laramy does see a bear, it's sure to be up close and personal.
There's a bear. I can just see him through the trees right there. He already knows we're here.
Following the bear, Laramy Miller voyages on watery trails. In the dense woods, he may meet his prey or become prey.
Wind's kind of swirling a little bit. I don't know if it smelled us. It definitely knew we were here, but I don't think we alarmed it or scared it. But didn't want to stick around to find out. That's what's so awesome about spot and stalk bear hunting. Yeah, you got people who can sit over bait all you want, but when you're out there walking around, then boom, there's a bear. That's what makes it all worth it.
Even on the hunt for bear, Laramy makes sure he has provisions for the night. The woods full for the taking.
Cattail root is actually really good. It doesn't taste like chicken, but it's a nice thing to know if you ever find in swampy land like this. You can take a cattail, you just cut the roots off of it, boil them up, and it's kind of like a cabbage.
With food in his satchel and ominous weather threatening, Laramy builds a shelter to keep out the night. Sasquatch knows well the elements of a shelter. It must have stout staves for its ribs, broad branches for its skin, and a fur of long grass to lock in the warmth.
Now that's a little Sasquatch den if I ever seen one. Now, the whole philosophy about building shelters is usually you're in the woods with nothing and you're probably in a survival situation. Well, the biggest two things you got to watch for is you want to stay warm and you want to keep out of the weather. Well, I found a spruce tree here that's going to act as my roof. That's going to keep the rain off me. I put sides on it, that'll keep the wind off me. This thing will last for months. I could live in here for as long as I wanted to or needed to.
And the need for shelter may come sooner rather than later as the sky boils into angry darkness.
When you got wind and rain and crap like this, them animals aren't going to move. They find the thickest cover they can and they bed down. So I'm going to do what the animals are doing and bed down, try to get out of the wind and the rain for the night. Hopefully this weather will pass and have a halfway decent day tomorrow.
Before the weather closes in, Laramy looks for game for dinner. He doesn't want to disturb the area with a shot, so he carries his longbow.
That was bad. I lost an arrow and I missed it.
At least the weather holds off as Laramy prepares to make a gourmet meal out of literally roots and berries.
Looks like I'm gonna be a vegetarian tonight. You know, vegetarian's old ancient word for bad hunter.
It may be slim pickings tonight, but there's tomorrow when a fat bear may be waiting around the next bend in the trail. With the gliding strokes of an oar, Laramy Miller's come into the country of the bear. He's already met his prey, but hasn't had a shot, and not even attempts at small game have succeeded. It's first light under clear skies, and Laramy has kept his powder dry through the night. He has another chance to meet up with Brother Bear in these dense northern woods and maybe take the shot. In this thick timber, Laramy looks for sign, whether tracks or scat. That's all he's likely to see of the bear until he comes face to face with it.
Seen dandelions. The Indians, they used to follow bears around because whatever a bear can eat, you can eat.
And there he goes.
The southbound end of a northbound bear might be a disappointing sight to some, but it could be a relief to many a mountain man. The bear stories Indians told did little to impress Lewis and Clark. No animal, they thought, could be all that they were said to be. It seemed like sheer exaggeration, until the day they killed a most tremendous-looking animal. With 5 shots through its lungs and 5 more lodged in its body, the charging bear scattered the men, roaring ferociously the whole time, where it took 20 minutes to die. The ineffectiveness of their rifles on bears led them to the development of the more powerful Plains rifle. The soft carpet of moss deadens Laramy's footfalls as he closes in. Now, Laramy's Hawken lives up to its name of Smoke Pole as the bear is enveloped in a black powder fog. The animal who walks like a man has led Laramy Miller on a hard trail of close calls and missed shots. At last, he's followed the sign and heard the bear's roar. Now, the bear's vanished in a cloud of black powder smoke, and Laramy must risk going into impenetrable cover after it. As the light begins to fade, somewhere in the thick brush lies a wounded bear.
Try to find blood. He's standing right here, right there. We might be leaving him for in the morning. See, the bad thing about it is bears, they take a little bit for the blood to show because their hair is so thick. And this bear took off and went into the thick stuff right away, so the best thing to do, I think, is back out and give him some time.
The night is long and dark for Laramy as he thinks of what he must do come the morning.
Well, I shot this bear last night. Couldn't see nothing, all the smoke. Couldn't tell which way it went. So we're back in here this morning. I think it took off running this way. So I'm gonna go in there and check. Didn't really feel like playing with a bear if it was wounded in the dark last night, so best bet just to wait it out, and now we're back. Let's go see if we can find it.
It's a long walk for a short distance as Laramy prepares to meet his bear.
There he is. I wish I'd have walked just a couple more feet last night. Didn't go 30 yards.
For Laramy, the true harvesting of the bear begins.
To me, the most important thing on this bear, it's not the meat and it's not the hide. It's the fat.
Rendered into lard, bear fat is the finest shortening a cook can have, as well as excellent waterproofing for boots and clothes.
Well, it finally stopped raining, so now I can stretch this hide and let it dry a little bit. I got this hide stretched out. I'm trying to get some of the moisture out of it so that I can flush it really good and pull all the hair out. But when it's spongy like this, it's really hard to do. So hopefully it'll stay nice for a little while and I can dry this hide out.
A lush bear hide is no small thing for a mountain man like Sasquatch as he readies for winter. The fall sun hangs on to help dry the hide. Now, Sasquatch can finish fleshing the hide and prepare it for blankets and robes or pouches and gloves. This is the trail that Laramy Miller follows, marked by blazes on trees and in pelts taken. He'll head out yonder to see what there is to discover between the daylight and the dark.